Hey family, what's going on? Welcome to Cooking with Miss D. I'm Miss D, as you well know. And today we're going to be doing a Fiesta wonton, fried wonton. Some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using for my wonton consist of steak, and we're going to have some cheese, tomatoes, and those type of things. And then when we get through with the egg roll, I'm going to show you a twist on how we do it. We're going to go ahead and fry it in some oil. So we have to make sure the oil is very hot. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy the show. Okay, as you can see, I have some cabbage, tomato, and some green onion. Now I'm going to do something called a chiffonade, and that's when you slice your cabbage very thin. And we're going to do it like this. So when you cutting the cabbage, just cut it very thin, and make sure that you don't cut your fingers. But you remember, when you cut, you move your fingers. When you cut, you move your fingers. When you cut, you move your fingers. Okay? I hope everybody been fine. I hope everybody is doing well. As always, my prayers that everybody is doing well. And we're thankful to be here for another day. That's just how I look at it. So I have my cabbage. I have some steak. I let it marinate it overnight because we're not going to be using a lot of steak because the egg roll is going to be having other things in the mixture. But so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fire. I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil in my skillet. I'm going to let my skillet get hot because we're going to put the steak in there. We're going to saute the steak. And after we do the steak, then we're going to do the lettuce, okay? So we got our lettuce already cut. And now we're going to do our tomato. I love tomatoes. I really do. It's really good for you, especially your eyes. Okay, so slicing my tomato, I'm going to cut them in cubes, little small cubes, like so. So when you're cutting, watch your fingers. When you cut, move your fingers. When you cut, move your fingers. When you cut, move your fingers, move your fingers, move your fingers. Okay, we're going to cut some more tomato. And then we're going to just slice it horizontal. So just be careful when you cut it, watch your fingers. And then we're going to go ahead and dice that. Now, if you don't want to add tomatoes to your wonton, your Fiesta wonton, I mean, that's up to you. You know, Ms. D always tell you, you know, do how you like to do it, eat how you like to eat. And that's fine because everybody don't like the same thing. And that's what makes us different. Yes, it does. So we have our tomatoes. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our green onion. So don't forget to cut the end of it off. See these little raggedy tails? Like, we don't need that at all. So we're going to throw that away. And we're going to go ahead and cut our green onion or slice it as thin as we can. Don't forget, when you cut, move your fingers. Because I just want you to be careful. You know, that's all. Most of you know how to cook already. That's just me being me. You know, Miss D is extra. But in a good kind of way, because she cares. So I can see that my grease is getting hot. So I'm almost finished cutting my green onion. Then we have our green onion, okay? So we're just gonna put our knife to the side. And now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and fry our steak. Cut your steak very thin as you can. By cutting it thin, it cooks faster as well. But I wanted to tell you something. What I did, I marinated my steak overnight because I knew I was going to be doing my show. I just put some salt and pepper on it, and a little seasoning salt and some garlic powder. And there we go. We're going to put that on the side. And when my steak is cooking, I should say. As my steak is cooking, I'm just going to add some. We have some hoisin sauce. Oyster flavor sauce. I apologize. I like the flavor. It's going to give it that little extra takeout taste. I don't need to add any seasoning because it's already seasoned. Like I said, I marinated it overnight. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. And I'm going to put all of my ingredients in my little jars because I have to use my little chopping board again. That's another thing I love is green onion. I love the flavor of green onion. It adds that little something extra, I think, to your food to give it that extra flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and still let that cook. So just go ahead and stir it a little bit more. Just keep stirring until it gets brown. So just keep an eye on it. You don't have to constantly stir it because you want it to cook. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of my oyster sauce to it. Just a little bit. Just a few drops. I would say about a teaspoon, okay? That's all you need. And we're just going to stir that up just to enhance the flavors even more. Just to enhance the flavors furthermore. Because you didn't want to put raw meat in your wonton. Because you want to make sure it's cooked all the way. And after I cook my steak a little bit, make sure that it's nice and brown. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our cabbage, okay? All right. Looking beautiful. I'm going to take my steak out and put it on my plate because it's cooked. You know what I've been watching lately? Laquan the Badass. That is so funny, so hilarious. Just as ratchet as it can be, but I love every bit of it. Now, okay, now that we got that straight, we're gonna go ahead and add our cabbage. And we're just gonna put a little salt and a little pepper on our cabbage, just a little bit, about a half a teaspoon. Just a half a teaspoon of and some white pepper. And that's all that needs. Now, if you want to really kick it up a notch, we can go ahead and add some cayenne pepper. Just a little bit. Why not? Okay. We're just going to stir that up. And we just want it to cook down a little bit, kind of wilt it a little bit, so to speak. There we go. It's looking so good, y'all. That looks really good. So we're just gonna let that cook a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I bet you always say, Miss D always wiping down everything. She ain't even finished cooking yet. I know. But I just want to make sure everything stays clean. That's just me. I just like a clean kitchen, and I like to kind of clean up as I go along. But that's just me. You know, everybody's different. If you want to wait till after you finish, you know, cooking or whatever, then you can go ahead and clean your kitchen. Just a few more minutes on the cabbage. Just a few more minutes. And then we're going to take it out. Smells so good too. Smells really good. Okay, just a couple of more seconds or minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'm gonna take it off the stove because I'm gonna need this side for the next step. And I'm gonna just go ahead and place this in my little bowl here. And so by the time we get ready to go ahead and put our mixture of the meat, the cheeses, and all of that into our wonton, my cabbage will be nice and cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my pot on the stove. That's where my grease is in here, and we're going to go ahead and let that get hot. So I have that on like number 5 because I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more once I get finished everything. Okay, so we're gonna come back over this way, guys, and I'm gonna take my my mixture of steak, and I'm gonna cut that up just a little bit. Just cut it up a little bit. I didn't want to leave it hold. I didn't want to leave it, I just wanted to cut it up a little bit, dice it up, I should say. But if you want to leave yours whole, you could. You know, like I said, I'm just extra. So I think that's pretty good. What you think? You think that's pretty good? Okay, I agree with you. So don't do this though. Don't take stuff off your hand with a knife. Don't do like I do. Just wipe your hands and put your knife away. So I have my steak, and I'm going to put it back on my plate. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my egg and crack it, because you're going to see what I'm going to do with my egg. I'm not adding any salt and pepper to it, not at all, because I don't need to, because it's going to help me. It's going to be a batter for what's next to come, guys. Okay? All right. So make sure you mix it up really well. Now, so my next step, you're gonna see, okay, I'm gonna take some nacho chips. It can be any kind of nacho chips you want to use. It doesn't matter. You can use the blue chips. I know those blue nacho chips are pretty good. And we're gonna put them in a bag. We have a plastic bag. And we're gonna take some and put them in our bag, put them in our plastic bag. And a few more, just to make sure that I have enough. Okay. Now I'm gonna seal my bag back up. Make sure all the air, okay? Make sure all the air is out. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, now I have a rolling pin, and I'm gonna crack them and crunch them like a real fine, like so. So I'm trying to get them as fine as I can. You know, this is good therapy. I'm just playing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my roller pin. I'm just gonna crunch them a little bit more, guys. Okay, I think that's pretty good. What you think? All right, I agree. Now I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. Okay? All right. I have 3 egg rolls, 3 egg roll wrappers. I forgot my water, so I got my water. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first put in my cabbage first. Like so. Cabbage still a little warm, but that's okay. So that's a good bit in there. Then I have my tomatoes. Then we have some corn. We're gonna put a little corn in there. There's some corn I cooked last night. So I'm gonna take some of that leftover corn. Now, if you don't want to add corn, you know, like Miss D always say, you don't have to. So you just wanna keep it neat, like so. Okay, then I'm gonna take my meat and set it on top. Kind of push it down a little bit, guys. And then we're gonna take our green onion. And some taco cheese. We're just gonna kind of smooth it out a little bit. Okay. Then we're gonna take our water and go along the sides like we do. We're just gonna fold this a little bit. Just don't worry about it if it gets a little messy, guys. Don't worry about that. It's no problem at all. You know what? Let me do another one. So I'm just gonna take all my mixture out and just put it in here. Don't worry about being perfect. Okay. All right, why are you giving me problems today? That's okay. The devil's a liar, always and forever. Okay. So I just want y'all to know that you don't have to do things perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. Not at all. Okay, and I'm just gonna sit it to the side for a minute. And I'm gonna do the next one. And I'm gonna take my cheese. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. So you could do it any kind of way. Listen, this is not rocket science, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. We're gonna go ahead and put our green onion here at the bottom. Our tomato. Our lettuce. I'm sorry, our cabbage. Then our meat. And if you want, you can add more cheese. You know, that's up to y'all. You know, Miss D tell you however you want to do it is fine with me. Gonna do one more, so I have to excuse me for a minute. I have to go in my refrigerator and get another one. How about we do 4 today? Is that okay? That sounds good. We're gonna do 4, okay? That grease is hot too, guys. So I'm gonna take my meat. You can put, like I said, you could do it pretty much how you want to. Put my cabbage. Put my tomatoes. Put my green onion. And my cheese. So how about if we do it like this, guys? Let's try one like this. They don't have to be perfect because I'm not perfect. So, and then we got one more. We're gonna put our meat. our cabbage, our tomato, our green onion, and our cheese. And like I said, you could. I didn't use corn in the other ones because I just wanted to have. I'm going to use it in this one though, because I just wanted. We're going to have 2 with corn and 2 without corn. You may or may not want to add corn to it, and that's okay. That's your choice to do so. Yeah, just like so. Now, I'm going to just make sure everything is tucked in. And I'm going to sit this here for a few minutes, and I'm just going to wash my hands, okay? Now, we have our egg. And what I'm going to do is put my egg in here. And I'm going to take my tortilla chips that I cut up. I'm just going to put them in here. Pick them up a little bit. Get them all coated and stuff. Make sure they cover really good, okay? Ooh, that looks good. And we're going to put one here. We're going to do the same thing to the next one. Miss D, your bowl is a little too short. That's okay. That's all right. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We're gonna put the last one in there, then we're gonna take them up and roll, pick them up some more. Take them up. Let me wipe my hands, because we want to make sure they cover really good, or really well. Oh yeah. Now, my grease is very hot, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in the grease. Ooh, I think my fingers touched the hot grease, y'all. Got to make sure I cover them up really good, y'all. Be careful with your fingers when you put them in the grease, y'all. So we're just going to sit that to the side. And we're going to go ahead and let those cook. Now you take them out when they golden brown, of course. So you want to turn them over a little bit. Make sure you got one of these at home. Turn them over. Make sure they're cooking on both sides. because you want a golden brown, like I said. Okay? All right. Y'all catch on fast. I have some good learners and some good pros and some good students. Okay? So turn them over like so. Turn them over. So a little bit more, and then we're gonna take them out. Okay? Smells good too. Smells really good, guys. Smells really good. A little bit more on that side. Now, we're gonna take them out. You see how brown they are? That's what you want. You see how brown they are? We're gonna take them out. Let it sit. Now we're gonna put the remaining two in here, and we're gonna do the same thing. All right? All right. Alright? Alright. So just be careful. Please be careful when that grease is that high and you're putting them in there. Because I don't want you to burn yourself. I really don't. That hurts really bad. I know. Being a cook, I've burned myself many times. Many, many times. So I have my plate. I'm gonna turn them over. Turn over, you. Turn over. Now what I'm doing, I'm just decorating my plate, y'all. That's all. Because you know I'm extra, like I always say. You know, presentation is everything. And I just like things to look nice. That's all. I ain't doing nothing else, y'all. I'm just minding my business. That's all. It's almost done. 2 more minutes, guys. A little bit more. 2 minutes more, then we're gonna go ahead and take them out. So they're done. All right. See how pretty that is? Nice golden brown. Turn this one over a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and turn our fire off. And there we go. Now, I'm just gonna set my pot over here. Put this in there. I have my lettuce. Now, y'all know Miss D gonna be extra, and she's gonna decorate her plate with some lettuce. I like things to look pretty. That's just my nature. Okay, then we're gonna take our egg rolls. We're gonna sit them on the plate like so. And we're gonna do them like that. And we're gonna do We're gonna do one like this and do one like that. Let me just put it like that. And then we're gonna sit it like that. Okay, and there we have it. We have our taco egg rolls. Isn't that pretty, y'all? We have our taco egg rolls. And we have our taco egg rolls made with steak. And we got taco cheese, tomato. We got cabbage and green onion and a little corn if you want it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do y'all a favor, and I'm gonna cut it and cut me a piece, okay? I'm gonna cut it on the angle, y'all, because I am extra. And let me show you how beautiful that is. Can I help you, man? Can I help you? You know, that's Stephanie, y'all. So see how it tastes, Stephanie, and let them hear how good it is. So bless this Lord. It is so good. Stephanie left. She came and got a high for egg when she left. That is absolutely delicious. Now, if you want to use chicken, you can. That's up to you. Instead of steak. If you want to do a vegan, don't add nothing except the vegetables or the condiments that I use. If you want to add shrimp like a basic taco with some of the same ingredients, you can as well. But when I tell you, that's really good, y'all. It's really good. It's cheesy. It's tasteful. It got the right amount of everything. I love it. It has a lot of flavor. I really like the crunch for the chips. The chips give it that extra crunch, which is really good. Y'all should try to make these at home. I always tell you that. I always tell you guys that. And excuse me for talking with food in my mouth. I apologize. But it is so good. I really hope you try it. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, go ahead and put some in the comment box. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And it's so quick and easy. And you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. So when I do my shows, I let people see I'm just a human being. I make mistakes, I'm not perfect. If something happens on my show, I'm not gonna panic. I'm just gonna start over. I'm just showing you real. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. It's not a perfect show. It's not a perfect show at all. And I ask that y'all subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share my channel. And if you have any comments, I appreciate it. Until next time, this is Miss D. I want you guys to have a really, really, really blessed day. Okay? Bye-bye.